Happy Tuesday, people. It's Tuesday, 1 o'clock. You know what it is. We come here talking about all the real issues around Manchester United, latest transfer news, and just generic recklessness, as KG says. A lot to get through today, a lot to get through. As you can see, the title of the show is Solskjaer's Transfer Headache, and talking about recklessness. I wanted to put recklessness to the side a bit because we've got to tackle some real stuff today, KG. You can't always just, we can't always just make jokes.
Every now and then.
We got to get into it.
I've got my notes.
Cool, exactly right. He's come with a pen and pad. He's ready. Let's get into this now, right? The Jadon Sancho saga continues. Some may even say it's done. Even as close to a few minutes ago, I was seeing Axel Witsel in interviews with Sky Germany sort of saying, yeah, it's great that we're keeping hold of Jadon for at least 1 year minimum. And he's a fantastic player, la-di-da-di-da. Obviously, Michael Zorc yesterday, selling us out, saying, we already secretly extended his deal to 2023 when you man thought he only had a year left, so hold that. We already upped his wages when you lot didn't know, so hold that. And that is fine. He said that. Then, obviously, we're being absolutely trolled by the man or the woman who is on the Twitter account at Dortmund. They are just absolutely banned.
That was brilliant.
Love to see it. So right now, we're getting taken for a nice little ride at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The spotlight's on us. We can't hide from it. Most Manchester United fans had their heart set on Jadon Sancho. I'm one of them. Hold my hands up. I don't think it's going to happen now. Even last night, I was like, I'm still confident.
I don't know why you move like this, bro. Why are you like this? What do you need right now?
On the flip side, people are saying he said the same about Ousmane Dembele. He said he's not going to leave. Then 2 months later, he accepted a 100 million bid from Barcelona. So I understand that it could all still be in the past. But if you're asking me to be honest with you, you always say I sit on the fence and all this stuff. I'm saying my gut feeling this second at 3 minutes past 1 on Tuesday, the 11th of August. I feel as if we're not going to get him, and now I worry about what our backup actually is, which we will get into. But what's your feelings on Solskjaer's transfer headache? If we don't get Sancho,
so we got to break the money down.
And only get Sancho.
It's mad. It's in and out on your side in terms of. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Yeah. So we have to break this down into pieces. Yeah. The first thing I need to say is this is negotiation, and Dortmund, their negotiation tactics have been like amazing. We haven't seen this is a team that know that the mistake that like if you're going to buy a car, you can't gas up the car as soon as you get there. You know what I mean? You can't be like, I really want this car. Just imagine in front of the dealer, you're like, yo, as soon as he gives me the keys, oh my days. As soon as you sit in the car, you have to play it calm. The problem is, we've said from the beginning, as soon as the transfer window closed, this guy is our number one target. Yeah, Dortmund know that. They know that and we haven't been doing this thing where we've said we're interested in so-and-so player. So right now, in terms of a negotiation tactic, we put ourselves in a bad position. I don't understand why we're even Dortmund, they let us know, listen, it's 120. However, if we want to move on, we're going to sign him or him. When you start to say, listen, we can manage, it's sending a certain message, and we're not sending a message. So right now, from a negotiation standpoint, we look horrible. Do you know what I mean? We have there's no backing in this position. That's why I called you yesterday and I said the club have to change their tactic. Do you know what I mean? Now, there's signings that I'm not saying that we get these signings, but we have to be almost serious about. We tried it with Coleman, but there wasn't a lot coming back. We need to try and talk about players that, let's say, will make Dortmund start to think, because Dortmund, they need to sell. Do you know what I mean? Dortmund has
Do they need to sell?
Of course they do. If it's COVID for us, remember, we're a big club. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of money with this club. Do you see what I'm saying? If we ain't got fans, how are you lot going to manage? You lot just spent how much? 30 million on a teenager we ain't never seen play. They've convinced you right now, and that's what I'm saying is good negotiation. If you can convince the others, we don't need the money. Dortmund are really going to tell us that they want to turn down over 100 M's. Let's be serious. but they know it's a blinking game. What are you lot saying? I know you're telling me that he's your main target, and I haven't seen you linked to anyone else in this world. Yeah. So now this is where we have to play. We almost have to play a new game. The fact that someone else said it in the comment section, you got Kai Havertz, yeah, that is available, yeah.
That's dragging out as well. Dragging out for Chelsea.
There you go. Which the deal's getting nuts. But then, if you now start, if we just played around, I'm not saying go on because I do want Sancho, but I'm saying almost give the feeling that this is serious. We're very interested. You got Kai Havertz. You got Zaha. Now I know people don't want to see the Zaha move, but the one thing about it is, again, it's gonna he wants to move, which now Dortmund will be like, wow, like, and then you can say he's gonna be grown now, he's maturing now, and he's played with Aaron Wan-Bissaka before. Them lot know each other. Do you see what I'm saying? And now Aaron has someone who makes him feel he's relaxed in the team. He's comfortable here. And then you start saying, you know what, we're going to focus on other elements of the field. I think, how much is Zaha going to go for? Zaha will go for what?
They wanted 70 million last year and Arsenal wouldn't pay it.
It's not happening now.
That's not going to happen now. So 50? 40?
I think
50?
you might get him for 40. I think you can get him for 40. But then it's not
40 and 50.
Yeah, and I don't even think straight away. I don't think straight away. Do you see what I'm saying? What I really need to see from the club is changing the tactic. I'm not saying we sign Zaha, just to let everyone know, yeah, I think it's about 30 million as well. I'm thinking it's sending a message. It's sending a message to Dortmund. The way they got Axel Witsel laughing, sitting in front of the camera, like, yeah, we could do this. We have to play the same type of game, but we haven't negotiated properly. We're in this deal with literally all hands on deck saying, hey guys, can we have your player? You don't negotiate like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know you want what I have. Yeah, let's go. Do you see what I'm saying? So the players that, again, as I said, Zaha, oh man, Kai Havertz. I know you lot are talking about Dembele. I don't think for those kind of injuries, not at our club.
Let's bring it on to that, KG. Big up Simon. Craner says, Flex KG, love the show, lads. Keep up the good work. Would love to see Ricky make a guest appearance once or twice. Listen, one of the topics we're going to talk about today is Mason Greenwood. I had a very interesting discussion with Ricky, actually, when we were just to and fro on WhatsApp before the show. And to be fair, I won't reveal everything he said because I know he'll probably want to do a show on it. It's only fair he gets to have his say, but we will talk about that. But over 3,000 people watching. Smash a like on the video and hit subscribe if you're new. Tap the notification button as well. Get your super chats in. We'll make sure we get those read out for you, of course. Ousmane Dembele was reported today via the Athletic, I think it was, and a few other outlets that Manchester United will still pursue Jadon Sancho. However, they are looking at an alternative of Ousmane Dembele, potentially a loan move. A lot of people saying no, definitely not. Injury prone, thinks he's better than he is, hasn't really proved it. Went for a big price tag and hasn't really done anything at Barca. A lot of other people saying, as long as it's a loan, I don't mind that to fill a void. And we keep going. Where do you stand on that?
I like the rumor. The rumor's good. It's gonna make we really need to get because my main plan is Sancho, but we need Dortmund feet worrying. They need to start worrying. They need to think of next season. They need to think of how they're gonna bring money in. The only way they're making money right now is the transfers. The stadiums are not getting packed out till Germany are really quick, actually, in terms of they probably have fans back in before we do. But that's a lot of revenue that they're gonna lose. I know these clubs really they make their money from the fans. Do you see what I'm saying? Where Ed Woodward's got deals on deals. And this is the thing, this is what's actually pissing me off, actually, more than anything. Somehow Ed Woodward's convinced us we haven't got no money. How? When did we become broke? This is the I'm scratching my head saying, remember when Ed Woodward said, yo, I've got a war kitty over 200 and we got like this kind of money. Yes, this is a I understand this is COVID and that all sorts of things is happening, but you can't convince me that this club don't have the money to look after things. We do. We have a reserve. There's a lot of we got we got owners with a lot of money as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So now we've almost as fans, we've adopted the mindset that I think the Glazers would want us to have, like, we can't spend over 100 and something million. Says who? Do you see what I'm saying? We balanced the books, and then Sanchez is now gone. Why are we taking long with certain deals? Now, the only thing is when the fans need to, the responsibility of the fans is saying to yourself, if a Sancho does come, you can't try to hang him with the rope of, well, he cost 120 million. It's not his fault. The same way, when we were trying to negotiate with Maguire, we didn't want to spend 80 M's, but Leicester weren't having it. Do you see what I'm saying? We have to get to a stage where, one, it's not our money. We put a lot into this club. The Glazers need to back Oli, because if we don't back Oli in this transfer market, next season his job will be on the line. I'm not saying me as a fan is going to put.
You're right. This is very, very important. 100%.
His job that we get his right. Job. Yeah,
that's my worry,
bro. So this is the fact that it's like we're taking the piss. No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the ownership, because really and truly, I've done what you asked me to do. Do you see what I'm saying? I've got our team into the top 4. As far as I'm concerned, if I point, you should buy. Do you see what I'm saying? All I've done right now, everyone I bought into the club has been of a certain quality, and they're playing week in, week out. So I'm not wasting money at this team, and the players are doing well, and I'm bringing in the youngsters. Now the pressure is on if we want to catch up. This is the season to catch up. Other teams are not spending. The only team that's taking this kind of pretty much serious is Chelsea. Do you see what I'm saying, in terms of trying to with the gap? Why are we talking about one signing? Even they said it might be Sancho or nothing else. That's ridiculous. There's money in the team. No one can convince me that we ain't got peas to go out and.
But this is where this is what computer's moving mad right now. Like, can you still hear me and see me? It's moving mad.
It's mad. It's mad. That's why I feel like I'm just chatting to myself, but it's okay, bro. Yeah, it's nuts. You're frozen.
Yeah, yours is moving mad.
I'm moving mad. Comment section. Who's moving mad right now? Who's crashing?
It's back in the mood and karma's down. Big ups, lads. He says. The biggest thing I want to talk about KG as well, is like the worry of like all these eggs are going into the Sancho basket. At the beginning, it was like, boom, we really need him. Obviously, we have to get him. But we all said at the time, we can't just get him though. We do need other stuff. We do need a centre half. We do need an attacking midfielder. We do need a defensive midfielder. People still aren't completely happy with both fullbacks. But look, we've just bought Wan-Bissaka for 50 million, signed up Brandon Williams. I can't see any changes there. But I do agree. We do need better to be able to compete for the title. But if I'm starting to worry now, because I'm starting to think, hold on a minute, is this going to turn into actually, well, boy, we did get second under Jose, which was good. Do you know what I'm saying? It made us all get gas and stuff. And then obviously the season after was dead. I just feel like this is so key to invest correctly now that I don't know if we can afford to get it wrong.
And this is, you've seen yesterday. Yesterday was a great indicator of the fans and where some of the fans are. And obviously you can't just trust Twitter, but a lot of fans were not happy with yesterday's performance. You know what I mean? So I can already feel the pressure that is going to be there for Oli next season. And it's going to be a second season. The expectation, I think people are going to want, what do you want next season, actually, in terms of what's a good season for you next season? That's a good place to start, actually.
We have to close that gap significantly.
Yeah.
I know this is too much of a push to say we should win the league. You know, a rival fan will tell you, oh, you're spending 120 million on Sancho. You should be challenging for the league. They don't understand the dynamics of our squad if they say that. Yeah. We have to look at our own squad. And that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But we just know we're still so far off. Sancho is not going to claw back 33 points by himself as one addition to this squad.
So you're saying second, third?
Second, third, but a drastic reduction in them points. Be in and around 8 points, 7 points, 6 points.
Okay, second, third,
10 points maximum. Be in and around it.
Cool. Any titles? Any cups?
Look, winning the
Cup?
Champions League is always difficult, but go deep into that. You want to see that.
Yeah.
Compete to win it. You know what I mean? Try to get to semi-final, quarterfinals minimum.
Yeah.
And of course, FA Cup. You know, got to the we're getting to a couple of. We've got to 3 semi-finals this year. 3 semi-finals, and as of yet, we haven't got a trophy to show for it. So winning something has to be the next objective as well.
There you go. So this is, and that's good to understand where fans are. But I would say for me, next season, minimum, as you said, 15 points for, away from whoever the champions are, or definitely challenging. I want to see, if we got 4 games to go, I want to still see that we're in a title race in some kind of way. I don't want to see that we're blown out and there's nothing happening. I would like to know that. I don't want to hear that we're out of the title race from November.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's important. That's imperative. So I would say 3rd place and the title. I don't care what silverware it is. Give me something.
Well, it's weird because you look at league positions and stuff, and sometimes they don't always tell you the true reflection. Like, it's very black and white to go, okay, well, you went from 6th to 3rd, so that's definitely progression. Oh, you went from 6th to 5th. You went up a place. But actually, if we finish 3rd again next season, but the points gap from Liverpool is so much closer. And you know, we missed out. The top 3 splits up between, I don't know, 7 points or something between all of them. Then that represents a form of progress plus a trophy. So it's easy to look at 3rd place and go, well, we finished 3rd this year. That's crap. We should be getting 2nd. And I understand that, but I think with the complexity of just how good Liverpool are, just how good City are and will be again, it's unrealistic, especially with the transfer window that I'm now anticipating that we're going to have, and not being able to invest in depth now in terms of a lot of players. Bill Irenbam says it is ridiculous that Oli would be held responsible for the team's performance, but Woodward is not held responsible for having a disastrous transfer market. That's very, very true. Solskjaer definitely needs to back in. There was another super chat that I needed to get up before I come back to you, KG. Where is it? There you go. Pumpkin Spice Latte says, what a name, by the way. 80 million for Maguire, 120 million for Sancho. I want Sancho, but in future transfer clubs will demand so much money from us. Also, Flex, is your router a potato? No, it's not a potato. Basically saying we're spending peas. You know what I mean? And obviously trying to say that the Wi-Fi is dead. And I think someone said I was in the bathroom.
Yeah. Man said you got the caravan link. You got a caravan connection. Anyway,
and the worst thing is, if I do test my phone, I'll tell you, man, mad speed.
You ain't got mad speed, man. Don't try it, bro. You got the slowest internet I've ever seen. Anyway, let's.
You talk, and I'm going to do the speed test and put it on screen.
Don't do a screen test, fam. Because right now we know what we know what your internet connection's saying. You need to put money into that instead of buying trainers. Anyway, let's focus on the focus on the main thing now. United. So we said what we want at the end of the season. We say where we want to finish. Now, what we have to almost deal with in ourselves is saying to ourselves, it's going to take super investment. As far as I'm concerned, we need to outlay about maybe 200 million. Yeah. If we're getting a Sancho route, we could switch it totally. Because I moved with you today. Let's say we went for a Sar. Yeah. And then, so we bought in a Sar. He'll probably be what, 20, it'll be cheap, 20 million.
Mate, they paid what, 30 million for him, 40 million potentially. They're not going to get held to ransom, Watford, I'll tell you that.
You can't get held to ransom. You're in the championship with no fans.
Look what Bournemouth done with Aki.
Yeah, it's true, you know. All right, cool.
It's not as easy as going and raid these man. Like, I know what you're saying. We would like to have that arrogance about us to say, you know, they're a smaller club. They've been relegated, so they've got.
And he pushed the move.
It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be, you know, it's cheap compared to Sancho, but it's still going to be. They're probably going to want to make their money back at least.
No, but he'd push. The only difference is, I think he'd push the move. He hasn't got a true affinity to Watford because it's not like he's brought up there and that was his team and all sorts. That's not happening. It'll be a move where he says to himself, "Listen, I want to go. I could down tools. Do you see what I'm saying? You could be in a situation like that. So let's say 30 million. Yeah. You say 30 million, Grealish, yeah. And just today, I don't know if you heard this, but they said they're saying, what's this player that Saeed likes, this defender, 60 mil. Koulibaly. Yeah. Right now, what I think I've just spent like 150. Right now, in what I've just done, I think I've spent like 150 million. Yeah.
And that's what not getting Sancho could actually give us.
Makes us I like that. Do you know what I mean? That especially with now, you've got Greenwood still here leading the line. You know what I mean? You have got Martial, you still got the devastating attack that we do have. Do you know what I mean? With those extra players, it's with depth now. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Who's to say that's the route that we take?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we don't get Sancho, we need to have this contingency and we need to start acting. Usual Suspect says, I own shares and we only made 19 million last year. Our finances ain't great, but we do need Sancho. If you don't believe it, it's easy to check. Download 212. Fair play. And Daniel Luciano says, I think our realistic goal is third place, closer to the top and a solid Champions League. Can't forget Chelsea are rolling in new quality transfers as well. And that's just it. You don't want to get left behind. Like, this is so imperative that we get this transfer window right, because I feel like we're just at that tipping point now where Ollie's done a decent job. He's done a good job in terms of what he's done, clearing out the deadwood, etc., getting in players, making players that we've already got played the best they've played in their United careers. Well done. Yeah. There were times this season where he was on his arse. Yeah, he was nearly teetering over the edge and he managed to pull out big results, got some big results this season. But now we've got into the top four. Yeah. You know, third, fourth, basically same thing in terms of we both finished on the same points, just goal difference. Yeah. So, you know, we're rightly third. It's very important now because, like you said earlier, KG, like the pressure goes up now. The pressure goes up because you can't regress. You can't get Bruno in the team doing wicked. You can't be getting Martial scoring all these goals, Rashford chipping in, Greenwood unearthing a gem, whatever. Talk about midfield, Pogba sign a new deal, all of this stuff. You can't have that and finish worse off.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to be different, though, we
need to be getting better. And if they don't back him,
Hey, Flex.
I saw.
I didn't say nothing, but when you can,
you didn't need to.
When you can, you see your router is moving like our board, fam. It's slow, it's horrible.
I can see my router there, and it's saying man's got download and upload speeds.
No, bro, you look like you're below 360p, fam. Your like resolution is nuts. Remember, like when
I think I'm in 0 frames per second.
No, like it's looking like, you know, when you play Sega, 16 bit,
bro. It's soaring. It's soaring.
It's not soaring. All right, cool. So there's a lot of points that you're making. I just can't hear you.
All right, the next catch up is we're gonna go studio and do this in person.
I feel like we need to still. All right. Yeah. All right, cool. This is the thing though, yeah. What you got to look at is, and we have to get back to these Glazers, because let's say we signed Bruno Fernandes when we were meant to sign him. Where do we finish in the league?
If everyone stays fit, you might argue still third.
How many points? How many points?
The point, it might not have been 33 points. It might have been like 18, 15. 18.
There you go.
Maybe. That's wishful thinking.
Hold on to that. That's very important. Hold on to that, because you're saying 18, so we might claw back 18 points, yeah? What the Glazers did, we almost missed this. Remember, Bruno Fernandes could have been wearing a Tottenham shirt and we would have been hating. Do you see what I'm saying? The Glazers tried to tell us, and you heard what Ollie was saying, we need a player. They started leaking stuff to the press. Maybe he's not good enough. Maybe he might not be able to work in this kind of league. All sorts of nonsense. Do you see what I'm saying? Right now, next season, they're trying to attempt to do this rubbish again. This is why there's two ways to look at the Sancho deal. you're going to have Bruno for an entire whole season. Yeah. And we do need luck on our side in regards to Lex, you need to feed the hamster in the router. No!
Got salute lyrics. You got
Yeah. That hamster's
man
been
like
working.
Bogdan Gavrila. Big up.
Yeah.
That was worth the 10 Ronas.
Yeah. I finished you just now.
Yeah, big up.
All right.
Yeah, carry on.
Darn it. Wait, this is it. So the Glazers are trying to do this rubbish again, where they're trying to it's like we should put the money down. I think Sancho will make an incredible difference on the team. If we was just to sign him, it would still be great. Personally, do you see what I'm saying? Because now you're saying that if we have Bruno for the beginning of the season, we're clawing about 15 points at least. Sancho now probably offers you 6 points, 6 extra points. That's closer than we was before. Do you see what I'm saying? We're not taking into consideration Pogba. We had a layoff of him for the whole of the season. Pogba played before his injury. I think he had like 6 games before the long outlay.
He played about 6 to 8 games.
You know I'm saying you can't. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna have those level of injuries next season. Do you see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say, well, it's Man United and the injury talk. But I remember when Jurgen Klopp just walked into Liverpool, and the way the high intensity he was training these players, hamstrings were going week in, week out. You know what I mean? And they were saying that his style of football, they even said, because there's no winter break. There was a lot of talk about that, saying that the players are not going to be able to manage with Jurgen's style. Well, they've had so long to get used to it that they're not going down week in, week out like that anymore. They play at high intensity, but the muscles are good for it, and they can manage it. This season, since we come back from lockdown, we haven't had injuries like that. Even the injuries that were, like, let's say Luke Shaw, that was a collision. That was actually, we're not having muscle injuries. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking, so it's not like man are running for the ball, hamstring. That's not happening. And they're playing mad minutes. You see what I'm saying? So who knows that maybe the players have actually got into the hang of Ollie's style of training.
Well, to be fair, yesterday's game, as it got into extra time, there was a period in the back end of the second half where it looked like both teams were kind of tiring and that. But actually, we went up a gear again in the extra time, really, to show that fitness. I did feel that.
There you go. So I'm starting to think, I actually believe that there's a lot in our team to compete, and maybe we're just saying, Sancho, this is the thing. We're saying, Sancho, you're the finishing touch to all the stuff that we got in our squad to compete next season. Maybe there's a look of that, and they're saying, look, we have a fit Pogba. We finally have a Martial. We didn't have a Martial, Do you know what I'm saying? We have a fit Pogba, a whole season Bruno, a Martial, and we have defender issues. That's all.
It's very difficult to rely on that though, KG. Like, just that. I know what you're saying. We need that luck, but we're Man United. We shouldn't be in a position where we just have to have all of our players fit, because it ain't even just about the fitness aspect. It's about what happens when Bruno just drops off for a bit. What happens when Martial just goes for a bad bit of form? Like, it isn't all down to the hamstrings not going, or they don't pick up a broken foot by accident or whatever. Sometimes man just don't play very well, and you just need other options.
But then even a poor. So some people would accuse Bruno of having a poor game yesterday. Some fans would say, because I looked at the comment section, the fans were saying, Bruno, there you go. But a Bruno poor game is still averaging an assist or a goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's a Bruno poor game. You know what I mean? So I don't envision it. I really don't. You know what I mean? You can't take luck out of football. It's paramount. It's always there. Wolves have been lucky with their team. Liverpool have been lucky in terms of injuries, and we've seen it. Even the Chelsea teams of old, when Mourinho just used to start 1-11 for time. Do you see what I'm saying? So you need that in football. Saying that you can't expect these guys, we're gonna need the rubber, the green. You know what I'm saying? But then there is where you start to have competition, and that's why maybe the other route, because let's say if you two players in a team of 11, if 2 players are off but the others are on form, we're good to go. You see what I'm saying? So now we have to, it's the personnel plus 2 more players that we can bring in. So let's say now it's darn. Yeah, we need 2 players. We do need 2 players. Like even looking at it, just to help us out, we do need 2 players that we can bring off the bench, or it's not happening from Lingard. I don't know if you believe Lingard is going to be that person that's going to be the impact sub from the bench. I can't see it personally. Yeah. Mata did his thing yesterday. He rolled back the years. I can't trust Mata to do that week in and week out to come and save us.
Well, do you know what? That was going to be another part of this show, actually. I mean, we've spoken a lot about the Sancho situation, Dembele situation. Let us know what you guys think at home in the comments, as you guys are doing. Over 5,000 people watching, which is obviously always great. Hold tight for sticking around with the dodgy internet connections and all of that. You know,
that's really nice.
When you're as busy as me and popular, the phone's going off. It's probably people just trying to ring me and use, you know what I mean? It's probably something like that. But smash a like on the video and hit the subscribe button if you're new. And look, I want to talk about Juan Mata because look, Ricky always talks about him and says he should be playing a hell of a lot more, should be starting games. He's still better in that position and will make better decisions than any other player. And yesterday proved that, and time again he's proved that. Where I do stand with Ricky, where I do stand side by side with Ricky, with the recklessness that he sometimes talks, right?
Yeah.
Is that he's got a point in terms of Mata should play more minutes with the better players. He'd not start all the time, but when he plays with when he doesn't play with the B team, Mata's good. Like, don't get me wrong, Mata can't play with man he want on his level, trying to pick passes. He's not going to run past people. He's not going to do a step over, chopper man, rare. He's not going to do that. But he plays very, very intelligently. And what he's lost in, you might say, pace and stuff like that. Are you trying to say that Mata can't play 20 minutes of a game? Of course he can. Like he did yesterday. He come on for half an hour, changed the game. I know it's Copenhagen, but he still did it. Do you know what I mean? He still did it. So I think when he does play with the likes of Bruno, when he does play with the likes of Martial, if he does get to play with what's his face, Greenwood, he can make things happen.
So, do you know what it is? I like Mata, but I don't know if you lot will say if it's backwards for the club to go into next season with Mata being the understudy for Bruno. You know what I mean? Because if we're really trying to fix things, I don't like Mata out wide. And when he does play out wide, when he is playing as the person that comes out wide, he's all over the place. And you see him operating in the middle. Do you see what I'm saying? So is Mata the replacement for Bruno in tough games? This is not a big club mentality. Do you know what I mean? This is not big. Don't get me wrong, he can play his part and he's already signed down to a contract. So I'm not saying sell Mata by any means. I'm saying, yes, he can play his moment here and there, but a big club should be saying we can have special players, special gems that are gonna push players out of the team. We're talking at the beginning of the transfer window. We're talking about Donny van der Beek and Grealish. Where's those conversations gone? Like, how have we've got into this mindset of accepting what the Glazers are saying, and we need to put the pressure on the Glazers. Do you know what I'm saying? He's done what he needs to do. If we don't invest, we're in trouble next season. The fans are not gonna be on Ollie's side the way you're thinking about it. It's not gonna happen. If it's next season is gonna be an even harder season. The other teams, the lower teams are getting better. Next season, Leeds is gonna be here. And Bielsa, that football is nuts. If we get slapped by Leeds, no one's gonna like it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Your mic's rubbing on your top. It
Sorry,
has been for the whole thing, actually.
I'm angry. I'm angry. No, do you know what it is? I'm actually angry, because I don't understand why you're not backing my manager. My manager needs to be backed right now. He needs finances. He needs funds. Support the team, because next season is going to be a tough season. There's going to be teams that are trying to knock us off where we're meant to be. Even Arsenal, as much as we laugh at Arsenal, they'll be in a better position next season. Do you know what I mean? They will be better. So you got Arsenal coming good. You got Chelsea stepping up. You got Man City with a point to prove. I don't know about Mourinho. I don't know what Mourinho's going to do with that Spurs side. but then I think they're going to keep a lot of their players anyway, so they will be better. Genuinely, they will be better. So there's a lot of teams who will be pushing us.
We got to get it right. This is what I'm saying. We got to get this right.
So we can't be talking one, and this is what's pissing me off actually. Why can't we?
KG's coming out now. It's taking him 35 minutes and 10 seconds, and he's right.
Bro, no, because even the fact that we only sign one player at a time. What is this? Who cooks like this? You know, if you're in the kitchen, you're like, nah, I'm just gonna focus on cutting these carrots, and then after I cut the carrots, I might move on to the lettuce. Bruv, make bare things at once, fam. No, I'm getting vexed. No, I need to chill out.
This is what I was saying, right? And look, listen, I'm not trying to come on here and bring the tone down. You know what it is here on United Stand, or especially with myself anyway. I like to look at things in their entirety. And we did say, when we beat Leicester on the last day of the season, we all said, let's just enjoy this. We made it. It's been a roller coaster. The inquest will come later. Well, this is later, yeah? And listen, again, we've still got a couple of games to play for. We've got Europa League to play for, so we can. Our next set of success is not defined on these 2 games in the Europa League. I understand that, but I'm just starting to open up the conversation now of actually, what does this look like if we don't get this right? Because it's great, Bruno's come. It's fantastic, Martial scoring all these goals and playing great football. It's great that Rashford. Okay, he hasn't hit heights since after lockdown, but he's been involved with stuff, whatever. The goal return's been good. Greenwood, emergence, it's all fantastic, but we still know what we truly need. And if we don't do it right this summer, with bearing COVID in mind, I understand that. But if we don't get it right, bro, we're not going to kick on. We're not going to kick on.
Brother, I just realized, literally, and that's probably where the energy from me is coming from, because I know exactly what's going to happen. You know what I mean? If we don't back Oli, I'm telling you now, by Christmas time, there's going to be fans calling for his head. That's the hardest part. If we don't give Oli what he needs, and Flex's situation is crazy. So I'm just going to talk to you lot. Yeah. I'm not even going to keep the stream on for much longer because it's just moving mad. Yeah. It's so frustrating, but it's all good though. If we don't back Oli, yeah, we're in trouble, and then it sets us back many years because the next person comes in. We can't be in this situation. We need to start behaving, and this is why when the season ended, I was like, wow, finally, my team's acting like a big club. They went in and they immediately linked themselves to Sancho, immediate, and I said, "Ooh, this is nice. This is what I need to see." Do you see what I'm saying? But it's the fact that I don't understand why we negotiate like this. And I'm not going to do this whole director of football thing. We're not going to have one at this club. It's not happening. We're not going to see it. Everyone just forget about it. Do you see what I'm saying? At first I did think maybe they like the clicks. You know, Ed Woodward talks about impressions and stuff like that. So maybe they're just dragging on this negotiation just for that part of things. But it's worrying that we only focus on one guy. That's worrying. We're not behaving like a big club. You know what I mean? And the fact that we are now as fans, we're scrounging talking about, oh, maybe Mata can come in, or maybe this person. No, we can go into the transfer market and do a madness. Just there's money in the coffers. You lot back this man. He's done what he said he needs to do. He's done his job. Go and do yours. So when people start put the pressure on the Glazers, I want to see that. I want to see a lot of that. Oh, some people asking about my audition. It's after this, by the way, just to let you know. I'm getting out of this house.
Yeah, listen, we're going to wrap it up there now because it's not fair on you lot that the internet's bugging out. Do you know what I'm saying? It's 32 degrees. Sometimes the router just can't handle the heat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know I don't know what it is. It's moving mad today, innit? But I'm going to stop talking because it's just moving all mad. We've come to the end of the show. Smash a like on the video, hit subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner if you're new. KG, big up your socials. Where can people find you at?
Oh, yeah, big up the fans. Obviously, I made the 10K. Done now, so that was dope. Find me
now, yeah?
Yeah, you know, rotated, that's it. So find me at KG the Comedian, at KGTHA Comedian. I'm also in a show called Ted Lasso. It drops on Apple TV this week. So go check that out, man. It's gonna be dope.
Boom. Okay. Flex UTD across all the platforms. Not that you can probably hear me because it's probably buffering like shit right now. And check out my YouTube channel, The Flex. I'm gone. Let's just end this. But yeah, big up. But still over 5,000 people watching, you know, and that's with, you know, a jittery bit rate. Do you know what I'm saying? We're moving like 2D characters out of 1980 cartoons or something. So yeah, laters people, we're out of it.